there, welcome to Just Me and My Fabric. I'm Angela, and today I have something a little unplanned to share with you. I've got a fabric haul to share. If you'd like to see it, stay tuned. First of all, thank you so much for stopping in today. I'm so glad that you decided to watch this video, and I hope that you enjoyed the fabric haul. Big thank you to all of the new subscribers. It's so nice to have you here. So welcome and thank you. And thank you so much to all of you guys who have been hanging out with me for quite a little while now. And one more thank you, and then we'll jump in and look at the fabrics. Thank you so much to all of you guys who had such helpful things to share for my last video when I made a little bit of an error cutting out my current project, the Parker Ponte pants by Style Art Patterns. I accidentally cut part of the fabric that wasn't supposed to be cut, and I had a few ideas on how to fix it, but you guys really showed up. So many good creative ideas, and I was planning for today's video to show you the progress on those, but then something came in the mail. I thought it would be fun to look at these, and then this coming weekend we'll take a look at the Parker Pontes. So if you're ready, let's jump in. So these are the new fabrics that I got. They are all from Fabric Mart Fabrics. I got them the last week of December. It was my last purchase for the year. And when they were having their like 60% off today on these fabrics and then 70% off, like every day it seems like they had a new deal. So I kind of had to really like hold back because the deals were so good. All 5 of these pieces were 70% off. So that means that 3 of them, these on the bottom, are Bengalines, and I'll show you those close up, all of them. But they are normally $24.99 per yard, and I got them for I think $7.50 per yard. They're all going to be pants, and the other 2 are shirting fabrics, and I'll show you those. Those weren't quite as pricey, but with the discount off of those, they were like $5 a yard. So I decided to go ahead and do it, and I am not going to start out this year on a fabric ban, and I'm not doing stash sew down this year. I kind of this year want to focus on just sewing some of my older fabrics up first, sprinkling it in with some of the new ones that I've gotten recently just to keep it interesting. But I do have my system in place now that's going to kind of self-regulate. I got, I'll put a picture up here, an IKEA Kallax unit. I guess it was a few months ago when I was kind of reorganizing my sewing space. And I have all my garment fabric in these little cubbies now. And my rule is when the cubbies are full, that's it. No more fabric. If I don't have a place to store it, I don't need it. So it still will allow me to indulge once in a while as long as I'm steadily sewing up the fabric that I have. So enough about that. Let's look at the fabrics. So let's go ahead and look at the shirtings first, just because they are on top. And I've got some notes here that I don't want to tell you guys wrong. So this one is a cotton lycra shirting in the color putty gray. And I am going to make a top out of it. And I'm kind of thinking that I've got 2 ideas in mind. Of course, by the time I get around to making this up, it might change by then. But what I'm thinking right now is Vogue 8772 and New Look 6598. I'll put those pictures up here, but here's the fabric closer up. It's a really pretty color. It's called putty gray, but I think, like, to me, it's more of a beige than a gray. And it actually, I'm trying to think, the picture on the listing, I thought that looked kind of more on the beige side as well. So I'm kind of glad that it was true to the pictures and was beige-ish rather than true to the name, which is gray. So it's really soft. It's cotton lycra, and I haven't even unfolded these yet since I got them. They arrived a couple of days ago. This is Monday, January 8th when I'm recording this, and so I've had them just in their package until today. I finally opened it up. So it does have a little bit of stretch, and that's crosswise stretch. Yeah, not too much. Ought to be just right. And the next one is this sapphire blue. And this one, what drew me was the texture, and I'll bring it in a little closer and show you that. but the details on this one are, oh, I didn't write down what the content is, but it's probably here on the sticker. It is polyethylene, nylon, and elastane. That sounds all very chemical-y, doesn't it? But this is it. Oh, and I got a lucky you on this. This piece was the end of the bolt, and the extra beyond what you ordered is free. So I ordered 2.5 yards. I'll have to measure this and see how much extra I got. But check out the texture on this. It's called Puckered Check Shirting, and it's kind of, the feel is a little bit spongy when you bunch it all up like that. And what does a single layer feel like? It still kind of has that like springy feel to it, which is kind of neat. This will be a top too. And what I'm thinking on this is, so when I ordered these, let me back up. When I ordered these, I kind of had in mind some patterns to pair up with these. I'm kind of doing that when I order fabric now or purchase it in store. Already have in mind what I want to make with it, so I know how much to get, and I'm not just buying more than I need, or more than I would use. So I'm thinking for this one, a Love Notions Melody Dolman or Vogue V9319. I'll put the pictures up here. And I love the color. It's so pretty. You guys can see that texture. It's kind of, the texture's great. It's like crisp, but spongy at the same time. So this does not disappoint. I'll see how it is to sew it up and work with it, but the appearance is really good. That puckered look was kind of really what drew me to this. And I don't know if I can kind of guesstimate about how much is here. I worked at fabric stores in my 20s for a number of years, and I got really good at being able to hold up a length of fabric and tell you if that, like, what exactly a yard was. Just because you do it over and over again, your hands just gravitate towards that length when you're, measuring yardage out on the cutting table. So I'm guessing that's about 3 yards and, gosh, maybe 3 3/4. That's quite a bit extra. That might change my plans for this now that I have extra. This could be like a dress or something. Did I say 3 3/4? So I ordered 2.5. Surely I'm getting this wrong. I'm going to run through it one more time just with my guesstimation. Okay, so that's about a yard. It's 1, 2, okay, 3. And that's about 3 1/3, I guess. So I was being a little more generous this time, or conservative, I guess you would say. Either way, it looks like I have more than 3 yards here when I ordered 2.5. So, and like I mentioned, it was marked down to $5.10 a yard or something like that. So really good deal. That was 70% off. I'm not sure if they still have that one. I did check on a couple of the Bengalines earlier today, and they still had those, or at least the one that I checked on. I'll put links to these fabrics below if they are still available in case you guys are interested. And then, like I mentioned, these other 3 are Bengalines, and I don't think I've sewn with a Bengaline that I can recall, unless it was many, many years ago, like back when I was working at the fabric stores in my 20s, many years ago. But I have sewn with gabardine recently. My Love Notions duets that I made were with a gabardine by Style Maker, and this is kind of feeling very similar. So I've got 2.5 yards of each of these, and these are all going to be pants for sure. And so this one is called Mocha Brown, and all of these are they're the same fabric but just in different colors. So it's rayon, nylon, spandex. Yeah, marked down to $7.50 per yard. So this is the Mocha Brown. That's pretty, and this does have some stretch to it as well, which I guess, sorry, I was holding that way down there. So this one has some good stretch to it, which I guess you probably would expect with the Bengaline. I guess they all have some stretch. Maybe that's one of their characteristics, but yeah, this one has a decent amount of stretch to it. But it almost kind of seems like it's lengthwise stretch. I'm going to unfold it and see what we got here. All right, so here are the selvages. Yeah, it doesn't stretch crosswise at all, but it stretches lengthwise. Is that typical? I'm wondering if I should cut my pants pieces sideways then on the yardage. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of stretch. I'm going to have to look into that and see what I can learn before I start sewing. It'll be a little while because all of my January plans are in progress and I don't want to veer away. Not yet. This is the same fabric, but just in Bamboo Grove. It's a really lovely green color. And let me hold it up there for you guys. Beautiful green. Sort of a mid-green. Like I would almost call this like a fern green or something. But this one also, yeah, the same like lengthwise stretch. I'm really curious about that now. Yeah, so how would you, because you wouldn't want it to stretch lengthwise too much, would you? I guess depends on what you're making. I am going to dig in more about this. I just was drawn to the colors and the price and the fact that I really, really am trying to make more and more pants, even beyond pantsuary. And then the last one, the same Bengaline, and this one is called Kelp Green. So it's a little bit of a darker green. I buy a lot of green fabric just because it's one of my best colors and I love green. Like even if it wasn't one of my colors that suited me pretty well, I would still buy green a lot. I just love green. I think it's my favorite if I had to pick one overall. This one's a little bit darker. And so I had some ideas of some different pants that I will probably use these for, but I didn't write it down on my notes and I'm drawing a blank now. One of them was the Love Notions Duets because I love that pattern. And there were some other ones. So I think what I'm going to do when I go to edit this is just to kind of pop the pictures up here. So this will be really good. I feel like seems to be a high quality. The feel of it and the drape is really nice and that good stretch. Seems like a very good quality. This might only be my second time ordering from Fabric Mart. And definitely no more than 3 times, but probably only my second time. I love the fact that they give you that little bit extra, and that was a lot extra, I thought, on that the blue with the puckered check to it. So that's all that I had to share with you guys today. Let me know what you're working on this week. And I will be back this weekend to show you, hopefully, my finished Parker pants. And thanks so much again for all the great ideas. I thought that I had done good coming up with like 3 different ways to fix that problem. But there were probably at least 5 or 6 other ideas that you guys had. So thank you. That was so awesome. I loved every one of them. And I kind of got it in my mind how I'm going to go about trying to go forth with making the pants. But we'll see. I will definitely give you guys the details this coming weekend. I hope that you have a great week. And thanks again for hanging out with me. And be sure to say hi in the comments. I love chatting with you guys. And I will see you then. Bye.